Today we're gonna be doing some Gen 2 sprites again because I wanted to do something else, but I had a big problem. The big problem is that, oh my god, sorry, my eye is hurting like crazy right now. So the issue is that I was thinking about concepts and such, and it didn't come together. So I need another week to refine the concept and giving it a twirl. So I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna do something else today. Let's get here. Okay, let's
Stop taking meeting notes.
really again. Okay, sorry. I'm putting a playlist on YouTube to start working. My eye is actually hurting. So if it doesn't go away in a minute, I will look at it. Let me look at it because I'm concerned. Actually, I'm concerned. It might be super red. Oh my gosh. It's super red. Also, sorry about the loud music. Let me adjust. Okay. My eye is super absurdly red. Like the inner corner and the outer corner are both red. I look like I have been punched. Oh my fucking god. The other eye looks perfectly white though. Okay. I guess I can work with these conditions. My conditions are I'm blinded. Okay, I'm slightly blinded today. So, let's get the program out. The program is in another skin, okay. Wow, today we're gonna be working on no, not that one. On this one. Today we're gonna be working on this one. Oh my gosh, I honestly thought about canceling stream today because first the idea wasn't flowing. The idea wasn't flowing at all. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna crash it. I'm gonna do Gen 2 sprites because it's fine. It's mindless. I can talk while I do it. It's fine. And then my eye started to feel sore, and oh my gosh, I cannot show you obviously, but it's completely red. And I want to cry. Like, I want to cry not because it hurts, but because the eye is like wanting to flow water. You know, that. And I'm thinking maybe a lash got into my eye or something like that. Like maybe a lash curled inwards and fell into my eye or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, you can see that is a very small Fakemon, and today we're gonna be trying to experiment with something in this style, which is a Pokemon with not very defined borders. And for that, this is perfect, because if it's dusty, like ghastly, so perfect. Let's start making a square. A 40 by 40 square, a 42 by 42. Because then I can draw in the center a new layer, and I move this layer to have it balanced around here. That's gonna be my size. I don't want to go further than this, but I don't even want to fill up this, basically. I'm gonna do another layer right now up for my colors, which are obviously gonna be black, white, and two other shades, which in this case it's very clear that I want to go for a brown and a pink. Okay, with this, let me get my things. Also, I was also thinking of canceling today because my neck hasn't hurt this bad in years. I can barely move it. It feels bad. I'm looking for palettes right now, and I know I want something very specific, but I'm looking for some sort of a medium gray, and if it can have some sort of warmer undertone, that would be appreciated. Looking for exact shadings in this style is very complicated because you don't have all shades available to you, and that makes it hard, you know. Rhyhorn maybe. something I want to explore. But I think it's a little bit in between the normal and the shiny. I'm gonna keep Rhyhorn there. So yeah, fair warning, if I start crying too much on stream, I'm gonna cut it short. And by crying, I don't mean emotional distress. I want to reassure you, it's not emotional distress. It's my eye. My eye wants to cry, not me. I'm fine. Oh. This shake could be exactly what I need. I'm gonna try it. So it's 200, 128, 144. Hi, bestie. I think this can be a good match. Yeah, kind of. It's kinda giving more fairy. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. For the other one, I think Crobat is... no, Crobat is in that position, so I don't want that. Where's Ipon? It's 190. This is too magenta. I don't want magenta. I want something a little bit more subdued, if I can find it. But you know how difficult it is? This might be a good color. Let me try it. To 6, 57, 132. Is it correct? Yes. Okay. This could be a good palette. This could be what I need. Okay. Let's try to play. I need my pencil to be smaller. I'm gonna color pick this and change my second tool for an eraser. Is that too big? I think it might be a little too big. I want to exaggerate a little bit more the... Oh no, it's in the wrong layer anyway, so that's fine. I want to do something like that. Oh, that's a better size actually. That's a better size. Okay, from here I can add. I'm gonna try to be dramatic with my posing. to match the angles that Gen 2 would use on its artwork, basically. I don't like this shape, but we can keep it and refine it. We can keep it and refine it later. I want the eyes to be a little bit more elongated. Something like that. I don't really love it. I'm not loving those. I think they are a little bit too big. But we can work with that and then try to shift them around. I think they are a little bit too low on the body, so that might be an issue. But for now, I'm gonna add a foot here, the other foot here. I want it to be implied that it's jumping around, because it's a jumping one, so that's good. Also, if I put it higher on the canvas, I think that gives the vibe better. Let's put one ear here. And to respect the size, the other one flops perfectly. Yeah, I think this is a good foundation. I think this is a good foundation. Well, it has its issues, obviously. But we can start refining through here. Better proportioned, that's for sure. The proportions are better. Oh my eye. It's my left eye, by the way. It's the left eye. I cannot focus. Yeah, similar area, that's correct. I think it's too pink. It's too pink! We have to change that color. Trying to look for alternatives, and I'm considering this one. It's a little bit purple though. It's basically purple. It's grayish purple. And this one is reddish brown. I'm gonna try the reddish brown. 176, 120, 136. Yep. Much better. I think that it's still not the correct shade. I totally think it's not correct, as in accurate, but I think it's way better in providing the information that it has to provide. Oh no. Really? Yeah. This tea in particular that I'm drinking is a little finicky. And if you're not careful, it sours very fast. And it soured today. That's not good. Because a floral tea sour is not the vibe, honestly. Ironically, I think it's perfect like that. I think I served the shape. I think the shape is giving. The shape of this ear. I think it's perfect, actually. Let's go for the mouth. Which also is connected to the nose. I think it's starting to look cute, actually. I have to incorporate the white, even though I don't think this particular one needs it. So I'm gonna use it here. Make the nose shiny, I guess. With this, I think I can make it look like the ear is shining, but I don't think I like that. I think the ear looks great as is. I think the ear is perfect, actually. This part is not the ear, this part is the join, the joiny part, so that doesn't count as perfect. It's fine, don't worry about it. Okay, I'm drinking tea. Don't worry about it. Delicious. Even though a little bit sour. Wait, did I put an announcement on Blue Sky? I think I may have forgotten. Did I forget? I'm gonna look through my Blue Sky to see if I forgot. If I forgot, I will put an announcement right now. Oh my gosh, my eyes! I didn't do an announcement post. I'm silly! Okay, sorry about that. Oh my god. Today I'm gonna need stretching because my neck hurts. My neck hurts like crazy. I don't know what happened today while I was sleeping. I'm in distress, okay? I'm in distress and I don't like it. I don't like this distress. Maybe I need this actually. Yeah, I think that's cuter somehow. No, I need a pencil. Nah, I don't think that works. I think the tongue being, the mouth being a solid color looks better for it. Now I'm gonna start working on cheeks, which are gonna be around here. And I want them big and exaggerated and under this, so, but I maybe don't want them that big, so I think that's a better compromise, don't you think? I'm gonna work on refining this shape, because this shape is atrocious and we don't like her. She's not giving what needs to be given, and our job is making it give exactly what needs to be given. And I think it kinda does, but I'm gonna erase one pixel so to make this curvature a little bit more Maybe what I need is a little bit of a movement, actually. I think this needs to be like 1 pixel to the left. Okay, that's giving more. But that would need a readjustment here in this position and in this position. Yes. Yes. Unless I want to do something like that. That's kinda convincing me. I think that's convincing me. No, why are you increasing in size? Did I hit some sort of... I think I may have hit some sort of hotkey in this program and I just don't know about it and the size changed. Okay, good news, my eye is starting to relax. And it just doesn't hurt. I can blink without feeling a huge amount of pressure on my eyelid. Now it's only a regular amount of pressure in my eyelid. Which is also not great, if you couldn't tell. That will simulate the swoop on its head. Because this baby cannot have much shaving actually. I'm having this shading in black, even though it looks dirty, because in my opinion it helps with the illusion that this creature is dirty. Actually, it's made of dust, so I'm adding it exactly because it shouldn't be added. And I don't want it here because the ears are not dusty, only the main body. So I want something to differentiate the main body from the rest. And I think this is my best bet to achieve that effect, you know? So I'm gonna add a couple of random pixels just to keep with my narrative. And I think it helps. I think it's giving the illusion that this is different from the rest. I'm gonna add a little bit more of depth to the whiskers. helps. And I'm gonna also play with the shape of this corner of it. Yes. I think that's giving what I want it to be giving. Oh my god, it's working so well! Can you tell? I'm gonna add a layer as a background for you to be able to tell, just in case, because the contrast is not contrasting somehow, okay? No, this layer is incorrect. I want a new layer, not a duplicate layer. I always do a duplicate layer for some freaking reason. See what I mean? This jagged kind of edge is giving it a lot of dimension, which sounds better than depth. I learned that from Mikara viewers. Anyways, now I want to paint. Now I want some pink on the shoe, the feet. Why did I call it shoe? I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm just a silly VTuber on the internet that doesn't know body parts, apparently. Although, technically, this is not a shoe or a feet, this is a paw. Anyways. As I was saying, oh, this part is exactly giving what I needed to give. Yes. But as a contrast, I don't want to apply that effect anywhere else in the model. I'm gonna keep this pixel to add it a little bit of pushing, you know what I mean? If I remove it, it's too straight. And we don't want that in this channel, obviously. So, adding this, it adds a little bit of a cushion. I don't know how to explain it. It makes it like it's not just standing, but pressing on the ground somehow. I think it adds a little bit of dimension. In this style, in Gen 2, we use, maybe I've used, a lot of these tricks of the eye to keep our designs, well, at least mine, looking a little bit more sorry, I'm trying to position pixels and speak at the same time, and I can't do that because I'm silly. So we use these tricks of the eye to make the lines and the shapes look a little bit less symmetrical is not the word I'm looking for. Repetitive is also not the word I'm looking for. Predictable is also not the word I'm looking for. Stale, maybe? It adds variety to the shape, so it's tricking your eye into thinking it's a little bit more of angles or a little bit more than just a line. Especially when you are working with smaller resolutions, that's very important to do. When you are working in a bigger resolution, like for example my model, you don't really have to trick your eye that much because you have enough space to rectify and be more accurate to the model or accurate to the shape you want to do. But when you don't have that luxury, you kind of have to be very conscious about what and how to do it. So going low resolution, going low res and low palette is a very great exercise. I would recommend it if you kind of want to experiment with pixel art. I would recommend it with your pixel art and try whatever you want. And Gen 2 style, like I'm doing, is probably not something I would recommend to a complete beginner without fundamentals. But if you want to try it, I would absolutely recommend it because it's very fun. Also, I'm noticing that my whiskers have pink at the top. So, and I forgot. So, I'm a bad artist. I don't know what my Fakemon looks like. I added that for contrast. I was like, it doesn't look very contrasting. It's because you forgot to add your contrast. You little artist. So anyways. I think this is the best I can do right now. Let me give it a little pass right now and see if I can change stuff around to maybe make it look a little bit more fleshed. But I think I can't. I think the feet looks cute there. This looks cute. So I'm gonna add a couple of touches. That is something that in original Pokemon in this generation is added to some designs. For example, I could give you an example right now. Gloom does this. To make it look like it's throwing spores, Gloom has some pixels floating around to signify that. Other case could be, let me check, Ghastly also has that, but Ghastly has it more concentrated. So Ghastly and Gloom would be my biggest examples. Coffin and Wisting in the animations in Crystal also have this particular element on them if you want to check it in your animations. But yeah, I will add it to my Achuni because I think it fits it. Basically it's adding some loose pixels here and there. Signifying dust. The positions I'm using are also on purpose to make it look like it's jumping from here. Let me add another layer. I'll make some sort of a blue color, for example. To make it look like it's doing this kind of jump, you know? So if he's jumping from here, it drops dust behind itself and a little bit on other directions, but not too much, and not very much in front of it, which would be this area. That's why I decided to go with this. And I think it looks cute! I think it looks how I wanted it to look, and I underused the white because I don't think I can find a cute place to put the white, honestly, so... I think that's as good as it can get. No, 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 no. Don't look at that. Select current folder. And I kinda want to save untitled task. Nah, I have to do this again. In non-order. And it would be H1, H2, Recta. Oh, we forgot! We forgot to do the shiny! Let's do the shiny! This was fast, actually. Especially considering that my eye is, not in its best position right now, so excuse me. I'm doing my best with the tools that I have been provided, which are not many. I think I would capture this. It's super cute, actually. I think it's giving cute. We are duplicating it and we are making the shiny. Shiny Achuni has a pink body and blue eyes, if I remember correctly. Yep. So we have to find a pastel pink and a Tiffany blue, I think that's called. I don't really know much about how colors are called, but I kinda see them. I don't know if that's like more Tiffany blue or more of a periwinkle, but I think periwinkle would have more purple in it. I don't know. I'm not actually very sure about this. The thing that I'm sure of is that I have to find colors, and I think this is like literally amazing. Let me pick this shade. It's 248, 120, 184. Let's do this, and then in this not similar area, similar colors. Yep, it looks very cotton candy. Love it for you. Love it, queen. Now I need blue in the second position. Actually? Like actually? No wait, but like actually? I could go for this full palette though. Let me try it. 255. The next shade is 115, 173. It's a very similar shade. You can check that it's actually very similar. The first shade that we picked is way more in the realm of a cool bubblegum pink, and this is a little bit warmer. You know, I think, let me show you the difference. This is the previous one, and this is the newest one. I think this is warmer, which I don't think it fits. So let's go with a cool tone, because I think mine is cool toned. But we are gonna use the second color from the same Pokemon, and the Pokemon is Jigglypuff in this case. We got the first one, the pink that we are using, from Shiny Butterfree. 49, 132 to 55. Is it correct? It's correct. Let's paint that. Yeah, I think this is a good palette. Normal shiny. What do you think? I'm proud of it. I think it's cute. I think we did it. And I think it conveys the message that this is kind of small and very active. One of the things that I try to consider when making my Fakemon sprites is trying to convey at least a part of its personality and movement. And I think this is giving at least part of what needs to be given. Making an art stream is more difficult than making a gaming stream, because with art you kind of have to do everything. When I'm streaming a game, I sometimes take a little bit of the of the back seat of my own stream. I'm like trying to relax and take the information in. Sometimes I think that's interesting, but sometimes when I'm doing art streams, I feel like a little bit overwhelmed in the terms that is sorry. My eyes. Yeah, sometimes when you're doing pixel art streams, you kinda have to do everything by yourself, and you're doing the commentary and the content at the same time, and it's like, no. So yeah, if I'm not basically doing everything right now, you cannot see anything, there's no visuals. But what I'm trying to do is to get more things around. Let me show the evolution of Achuni. This is Achuni, but with a different pronunciation, with a different spelling. This one is gonna be hard to do, because as you can see, it has 4 main colors, and I only have 4 colors, including black and white. So it's gonna be like, how the heck can I make this? And that would require to have thought this more, but I don't think I'm silly. So let's try to do this. I'm gonna start with this blue as the square making. I'm gonna try to make it medium, because I don't think this is a large Pokemon to go with the large. So I'm gonna do a 50 by 50, because the full size is 48 by 48. So the square inside would be, you cannot tell, but it would be a 48 by 48. So I have the exact proportions I need. No, I don't need to clone the layer. I need to do a layer. Oh my god, why I always clone the layers? Because I'm used to work like that, obviously. Oh my neck. Oh my neck. Oh my god, my neck. My neck is very unhappy with me right now today, honestly. It's... As I said, it's probably one of the worst days. So, for shape language, this is longer, but I don't want to make it super long. There are many evidences of let me look for it. There are plenty of evidence of Pokemon adjusting a quote-unquote weird position to make it fit. One of them could be Standler. Standler is crouching in its sprites. Porygon 2 is seen from below, for example. I'm trying to look for a more striking example right now. Yama is seen from below. Yama is a good example. And there are other Pokemon that have been adjusted to make it fit. For example, Machamp is very squeezed into the frame, but that's honestly because Machoke is also drawn in the biggest size available because it's flexing. I'm refraining from using Onyx and especially Steelix as examples because, of course, Dratini is also a cute example. So yeah, there are Pokemon that are drawn in, let's say, unconventional angles just to make them fit. So trying to do kind of the same with this one could be acceptable. I'm literally trying to look for more evidence and more angles. I'm looking for inspiration right now. Like, that's what I'm doing while I'm yapping. You might think I'm yapping to waste time. No, I'm yapping to while I'm looking for inspiration and while I'm looking for things. My nose is also red as fuck, and it's because of these glasses. I have said before on stream that my glasses broke. I still have to stay like a couple weeks without my new glasses, but I have new glasses and I will try to repair my nose bridge because, oh my gosh, the parts that are supposed to latch onto your nose are broken, so now they are slightly scratching my nose, and the bridge of the glasses is scratching the bridge of my nose, so it's quite uncomfortable. But I am very blind without any sort of visual aid, and also I never tried contacts because I don't like touching my eyes, so that's the reason. I don't like touching my eyes, so I don't put on contacts. Also, for a lab setting, you should not use contacts. Real talk. I'm not joking. I'm being as real as possible here. If you use contacts, please still have glasses if you want to enter a laboratory, because the fumes may melt the contact into your eye, and you can tell how that's not great, okay? Also, it helps a lot having glasses, because when you shouldn't have this happen. I have to tell you, you shouldn't have this happen. But if something splashes, and it splashes to your face, the glasses, the actual glasses, could help you not get that directly into your eye. You should also wear safety goggles, but many people don't, and the glasses help that. But it's more importantly because of the contacts material being prone to being altered by fumes in the lab, especially if you're working in a lab that uses a lot of organic solvents. I need to squeeze this, it's too long. You're being too skinny. I'm actually considering trying the other pose, but if it didn't work in a bigger resolution, why do I think it could work in a smaller one? And the answer will surprise you, because I'm silly. Hi! What's up? Oh my gosh. My eye is hurting today, so understand. Please understand. And I'm not joking, my eye is hurting. Like, it's starting to irritate. And I'm not having a good time with that. I'm blinking! Blinking makes the problem worse! love it, but we can try this. I hate touching my eyes in any sort of way. And it's going away on its own, so if I think I can leave it like that, but it's not helping to me today. Today I'm having a bad physical day, basically. My neck hurts. My eye started to get red, but red like crazy. It rained on me. I'm not having the best day, basically. I don't want this. I want this. But it will happen. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you just have a bad day, and that's how life goes. And yep, I do not have those kind of redeems because I don't know how would I implement something like that. I just put myself a pillow. Do you know those travel pillows that you can buy? That's what I put on. Oh, why is now this fit? Oh my gosh. And it helps, honestly, it helps a little bit. I think it needs a little bit more. Yeah, those. I think it needs a little bit more of height here. Maybe that's too much height. I'm not seeing this. Yep, it is. I wanted to do something else, but the concept didn't come to me, so I'm having to settle for this, sadly. Can have one more pixel here because I can shoot you up a pixel, and I think this is a good base. I think this is a good starting point. I think I need to move this one pixel behind. Maybe these two. Oh, this needs a little bit more of wiggle. Yep, this is working. This is starting to work. My aim is to give it more personality than the other one I did has. And I think we're starting to have a solid reference point here. I think this is a solid reference point, actually. Now, one of the most difficult things to do here, palette. Because I have the black, I have the white, and I need two colors. Only two colors, and with that I have to throw everything. Which is the Let me tell ya, it's not the best. It's not giving what needs to be given. It's not. It's not. I don't really know what to do now. Maybe I should go for the palette and make things out later. Okay, let's go. I need to find colors that are appropriate. So I need a purple. I think this purple could be good, actually. But do I want the purple in that position? I don't think so. I think I want it in this position, so I'm gonna try this one. I'm gonna try Arbok. 148, 66, 156. Am I correct? Yes. I know how to count. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I don't know how to. It's not counting, it's. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh my gosh. Now I need a brown. In the second position, I would like a warm brown, but not super warm. Oh, that wasn't even a puzzle for me. Fuck. This could be the perfect color shade. Wait a sec. We may make a change in a tuning. We may make a change in this guy. Let me check something, because this color could be super cute. It's 184, 152, 128. I'm looking at it and it's giving too yellow. Let's try it. Yeah, it's giving too yellow. So I prefer not to. Okay. I was looking for things like, don't worry about it. That was an equation. It's not that, like, I'm used to do things like that. I was very, very good at math in high school. Like, to worrying degrees. You know, gifted kid problems. You usually don't face problems by being a gifted kid, but if you're a gifted kid, you know which problems I'm talking about. 144, 88, 88. Sometimes it's expected of you to do certain shit in certain ways, and sometimes it's you just do things too fast for them. Which usually it's not a problem, but when it becomes a problem, it becomes a problem. Huh? My pencil size. Yeah, I noticed that I was forgetting something very important. The ears. I was like, something is off. What could it be? The ears. You need to draw ears. Too long. Acceptable, but I don't love the shape right now. I will have to work around it. Don't worry about it. I will work around it, as I do always. It's fine. This is gonna take a while. This guy is gonna take a while. I'm not very excited about it. It's so I may need. I have something that I could use here. I was looking references actually. I'm always looking references because sometimes you just need references to inform. Well, not sometimes, most of the time. You want references to inform your decisions and workflow. So. As I said earlier, this is one of the bad things about doing art streams is that when you do some sort of other stream, when you have a game, you are not as I'm sorry. Okay, you are not as needed for the entertainment. You can sit back. You can't let the game take you where it wants to take you. You can sit a little bit more back, take it in, commentate on what's going on and things like that. But when you're doing art on stream, you are the one doing everything yourself. And this is absolutely not skinny enough. Yeah, it could be better. So if you are the one doing everything yourself, you have the conundrum of, oh my god, what if I don't have anything to comment on, what do I say? And if you are not working on something because you are using reference, you have to still be chatting about that process. And it's a little bit of difficult area to work on. I'm trying to work on it, but sometimes it's difficult. It's difficult to keep coming with things to talk about when you are trying to focus on something. This is not looking cute. Oh, that's looking better, but not cute enough, so I'm gonna do this. I think that could help. Yeah. It's not the best shape, but I think it's kind of what it needs to be right now. And I'm gonna use the magic, which is a lot of things. No, when you're I'm sorry about that. When you're streaming games, it's usually fine because you can let the game do the talking sometimes. But I worry a lot. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's fine, it's fun, but sometimes it's a little bit daunting because I feel like I have nothing to say. I feel like I have nothing to say, and it's not the best outcome. I feel like I'm not being a good streamer, honestly. Yeah, it's usually fine. Wow. This is not the customer is always right, you know? I'm trying, but sometimes it's just the feelings of inadequacy get to me a lot. Let me feel this ear. No, not that shape. That shape should not be filled like that. We don't want accidents. We do not want accidents here. Pencil there. Yeah, I think this is starting to look proper. I don't think I have the energy to do like a 4-hour stream today or something like that. I do not have the energy at all whatsoever. But I want to try. Let me put the pillow again to stretch my neck backwards. Oh my god, it hurts. Like, my neck hurts. I'm old, okay? I'm old. It's disgusting. Like, it's not disgusting being old. It's disgusting having your body kick your butt out because you are old. You're getting old, and your neck decides to say perish. Sometimes your neck decides to be like perish, and you're like, okay, thank you. I'm sure you're not even that old. You thought I was way younger than I was, so I don't know anymore. I think this line is not connecting properly. Yeah, I think connecting that is a good way to go. Probably connecting that is the best I can do. This ear looks kinda okay so far. It needs adjustments. I know that it needs heavy adjustments in this section, but the inside looks kinda clean. I'm gonna try to give it a little bit of shading, because we are shady. I think that line looks good. I think that line looks nice. This is a little bit too far ahead. Why is this line like that? Anyways, I'm gonna delete that line. It's fine. What should we do now? I don't know. Why do you listen to me? Don't listen to me. I'm not to be listened to. Stop it. Get some help. I'm not I'm educational, but not that educational. So if I do this and put this there, I think this is incorrect actually. I think this doesn't go here. So let's try to fix this problem by doing this. Yes. Well, you'll see in a little bit. Don't worry, that's normal. That's normal here. It's fine. I'm totally fine. Not losing my mind at any moment. What is this line? What is this line? What did you do? What did you do? Oh my god. Why does it look like it has a big butt? Stop it. Stop it! It has a tail, right? Oh, it has now. I'm not that young. You know how old I am. I said it yesterday. I don't want it to look sexy. I don't want this bunny to look sexy. That's why I'm worrying about the butt size here. I don't think this is gonna have any fan art though, but yeah, I'm worried about that. That's the concern here. I'm trying to make it say so, okay? This is not giving what needs to be given, but there's something that I should add there. So maybe I should add it now? And I think this is not a correct angle either. Why am I trying to make the hardest angles in existence? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I cannot be put in supervision of myself. I should have a supervisor here. You know? I totally should have a supervisor. I'm not a masochist, I think. I don't know. Never tried, but I'm not that. And this is too big. I tried to make it exaggerated, but maybe it's a little bit too exaggerated. That's a problem for future me. I'm gonna try to render other things, because if I don't render, I die, I perish, yeah. It's not the same. So if I have this here, this can count as this other ear coming, but I think it needs a little bit more of an angle to really convey that sense. Yes. It's working. It's working, guys. It's working. Nope. I want this dot erased. And I'm gonna add there the that for shadow, I think that implies a very good shadow there, and it's giving it roundness, so I think I like it. It's very hard to do this. Like, you may think this is easy. No, it's not. Need a little bit of dithering here too. To make this area look dark, but maybe that's too much. Let me fix it a little bit. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that conveys shadow in a very decent way there. Ooh. That's helping it a lot to look mysterious. But in a goofy way, which is exactly what I want. Is not helping at all. I may overindulge in black here, which may be a problem, but I'm not gonna be stopped. This? Teeth. Probably because if I do this, it looks too samey, so shine in the mouth. It's shine in the mouth. I think this hand is not in its best angle ever. So I'm gonna redraw it. If the thumb goes to the inside, that's a good shape so far, but this is too long, so I'm gonna reduce a couple of pixels here. Make it narrower. Yeah, I think this looks how it should look like. I don't know what this dot is now. So we may attempt to masquerade that. I'm gonna do that to imply an elbow here. But it doesn't look correct. Something is wrong. And its proportions, I'm sure of that. Because I know myself. I think this arm is a little bit too wide, but I don't see a way to make it smaller because this is one arm and this is the other arm, so I think that's how it has to look like. We're gonna leave it like that. Let's add this, the bone hips. Then from here I can add some, especially in this one, I can make it bigger on purpose. So we are playing with exaggeration here a lot. Because exaggerating shapes is how we reach a lot of this understanding of everything. Yeah, I think this shape is properly exaggerated here. Let's go to the feet. I don't like that shape. Like, the shape is very placeholder, okay? Don't worry about that. It doesn't have those down there. Probably this foot, the one that requires a little bit more of work. I'm gonna reduce it, I'm gonna make it a little bit narrower. That's good enough. I don't think I can work this anymore. Like this foot, it doesn't have anything else to latch on, so. Let's try to latch on this leg. Probably this is fine. My issue now is that I think this is not communicating the shape it has to be. I think this is not communicating the angle properly, so I'm gonna shift that. I know it looks like a hot mess and like I ruined everything. Don't worry, I ruin everything constantly. I ruin my life. My life is ruined anyway, so. Anyways, what were we talking about? Let's get back onto this. Let's not talk about my life. That helps. Let's erase a little bit of those pixels that are not providing the correct amount of information. These pixels, this set of pixels is driving me crazy. See, this is a good knee so far, but I may need to play a little bit higher with this. Maybe you are a little bit too low now. You're not in the correct position now with the movement of that leg, so... I'm gonna shift you here. Something is very wrong and I cannot place my hand on what it is right now, and that's driving me a little bit insane. This angle now. That's looking better though. Yeah. Let's change the tethering of position. This could be black actually, but it makes it a little bit too dark. I'm using the brown not as an actual light, but as a not full dark. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is starting to look like it. I think this part is okay. I think this part up here is okay. Maybe not perfect, but definitely readable enough. But the feet are starting to look weird in comparison. And I know it's not like the main focal point of this creature, but I'm one of those people that when I do something, I'm a perfectionist. And I'm not recovering. Guys, I'm not recovering from perfectionism, which is a problem. I'm an addict to perfectionism. Okay, I'm starting to save her. I think this is as good as it gets. It's a little bit of a dramatic angle, but I think it fits her. I think this fits. I think this is probably the best I can do. Which it's honestly far from the best I can do in terms of pixel art. I'm not very proud of this, but I think it's good enough, acceptable enough. I think it's acceptable enough. Again, I'm not proud of it. I'm looking at it, basically. I'm silent because I'm looking at it. I'm trying to see, you know? I'm trying to detect mistakes. More than mistakes, which I can see, I'm trying to detect things that I could do. Okay, I don't think I'm not finding any solution. I'm not finding any solution, so that's how it's gonna be. Again, I'm not happy about the results, but it is what it is. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. And today we hit with a Chuni and miss with a Chuni. This one I think it's a hit. I think this one is exactly how it needs to be. This one though, it's kind of what it needs to be, but not exactly what I wanted it to be. Let's see if we can get another brown, because maybe another brown is giving me a better understanding. Let's try to change a brown here. This is a correct brown, and by correct I mean it's in the palette. Yeah, it's definitely more like it. It's more chocolatey, you know? It's a little bit more chocolate brown, but I'm not disgusted with it. It's the duo, by the way. The trio, I feel it's a little bit too warm toned, which I do not want. I want it to be a little bit more medium. Medium toned. Maybe this shade could be better. I think they are virtually the same, but yeah, they're practically virtually the same, so I don't think I'm gonna make a big fuss about it. Let's try it just for fans and giggles, because we like fans and giggles. Although today I'm not very into that. 82, 57, 33. It's darker. I can tell you that it's darker. It's warmer, but not warm in the right spots. I don't know, I think it's a little bit too yellow. Like, I feel the undertone is too yellow. I think this undertone is more neutral. And I'm gonna make a point of making the undertone more prevalent than the value here, because we don't have much to work with. And the undertones being so clashing may make it look worse than I intended to look. Because this, it's looking messy, it's looking muddy. This is looking more like what I expect it to look like. So we're gonna keep it like that. Perfect. Now we have to find a shiny palette. My shine is this. So we need a teal and some sort of dark, desaturated purple. We're going for a purple here. Do I love it with my possible shady thingy? No. It is what I'm gonna do. Yes. Let me stretch my neck again, because today I'm gonna need it. Today I need more care than usual. I think I have told you, it's not a secret. It's not a secret, never a secret. I am disabled. And some days I need a little bit more care than others. I have been going through a rough patch with my disease. It's slightly out of control sometimes, but it is what it is. I cannot do much about it. It's fine. But when something else happens on top of that, it can be a little bit daunting, a little bit overwhelming. And I think I'm feeling overwhelmed, and other issues are arising, which is basically my neck hurts, rain, and I have to go out, so my defenses are low due to my disease, so I'm more prone to colds and throat aches and things like that. So it's not like I'm bad, but it's like I'm not good, basically. And when it gets to me, it affects my mood, and it's very difficult to get out of that cycle of I would not say it's a cycle of self-pity, but it feels similar, and it's something that I'm trying to break. One of the things I'm achieving that is basically working on stuff. But, fun fact, no, that's too bright. That's absolutely too bright. Fun fact that can also be bad. Because I'm trying to work on things and I'm going way slower than what I would like. You know what that means? That I berate myself because, oh my god, I'm not doing this at the speed that I know how to do it, and it doesn't work that way. Sometimes it just doesn't work that way. And I want to make this faster and better, and this is a better shade. This shade could stay. I'm gonna say that this is a decent shade because I don't think I'm gonna get something more desaturated, but in this hue, I'm gonna look for it anyways. But although no, it looks a little bit too dead. That's a good attempt, but not it. I think this has too much blue. Yeah, this has definitely too much blue. So it looks too saturated for what I'm going for. Maybe this? This is a very weird shot, but no, this is too light. This is absolutely too light. I can see it in context. No, it's not it. Guys, I think I found something that's promising. I think the issue is that it's too light. Ah, no. Yeah, absolutely too light. Hear me out. This is a weird one to try, but let me try it because it might be the shade that I'm looking for. It's looking better. It lacks a little bit of purple, but aside from that, I think I like it better. It lacks a lot of purple though. So let me see if I can find something akin. But spoiler alert, I do not think that we're gonna get closer. Unless I should shut my freaking mouth, because this might be the shade. This is the shade. I like it. I'm not gonna try more. This is good. Yeah, as good as it's gonna get. Let's save things. Okay, we did that. It's done. We have been for 2 hours. Now we have one of those moments where I'm thinking about if I should continue or not. Because the last line I have to work with can get a little long, honestly. But I have more lines to work on. But let me show you what I mean. I have this, which obviously the face and such is gonna be black, and I'm gonna have a full-on white for this, and I'm gonna have a cream, a very light yellow, and another shade for the rest, which I don't know if it's gonna be the blue, the green, or the pink. I will have to see. Which evolves into this, which is gonna probably need a cream and a brown, and these are gonna have to be white or black, the colors. And the last one is this one, which has a very prevalent color palette. So this is gonna be a challenge in terms of fitting colors, even more than a chuni. So I'm interested in seeing how that will that will work for me. Sorry, my voice is starting to get out. Also, this line is also very interesting, but we have 6 members. And I don't want to burn all my cartridges right now, because then what would I have? I have an Excel with my work here, okay? It's difficult to see everything. We have many things to work on, but I would like to have more things available to me. It's bad, guys. It's bad. I'm trying to work on shit, okay? I'm trying to advance this, but I don't want to advance it so much that I'm pushed into corners. So I think we're gonna try to make this. Let me check one thing here. Let me put that there, and let me check one thing very, very quickly. I want to check something. I'm trying to see if I should proceed further, because I think today we are not gonna watch a movie. That question has different answers depending on the frame, because I have a old Fakemon that I have them saved, but I want to revamp them in some sort of way because they are not well made and not well thought out. I don't delete them, but they are in another folder because I want to have them just in case I want to look at them and see if I can improve on them. One of them is the one that you are looking at. In this quote-unquote new era, I have 17. I have 17, and I want to work on way more. But in the other folder, I know I have around 60. And I worked on more previously, but those were lost in computer deaths and such and things like that, and those are atrocious. I don't want to even show them. I'm gonna look at them. I'm gonna open my folders privately. You're not gonna see that. Because you may, I may look at them and see something. Yeah, they're ugly. Yeah. They quite ugly. I can show them on Discord, maybe. Oh, that could be a cute idea. Huh? That's probably something that I could do. The issue is that I don't have them in a good resolution for doing that. I would have to work on them right now. And it's weird. But we can do something like that. Let me show this. Let's show possible. Right now. This is one of my oldest designs, okay? Let me show you one of the first iterations of possible, which, oh my gosh, it's disgusting. Disgusting. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. It's disgusting! Disgusting. The lines are very fuzzy. Everything is super detailed. I didn't have any idea of what I was doing with my line work. It's not good. It's not good whatsoever. It doesn't give what needs to be given. Like, this line and this line are not connecting. This is... What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Like, come on, what's this? No. It's disgusting, it's ugly, it's so ugly. I don't even want to look at it. But I refined it many times and I reached the new possible that you are seeing right now on screen. So something happened. I have been working and improving on my craft and my technique and doing shit to stay where I stand now. And I think that's a cautionary tale. Cautionary tale? Is that the correct word I'm looking for? I don't know, but that's something that... Heed my advice. Heed my advice. You're gonna improve doing shit. You cannot pretend to improve by not doing shit. Like... shit. Yes, I absolutely will do. I know that. And I have to remind myself that it's a process. It's a very long process. I think I'm close to where I want it to be. But I don't I don't think I will have such a dramatic shift in style replicating this style in particular, but yeah, I totally get that I will learn things along the way, and I have to practice more. I know that I have to practice more. I'm not in a point where I'm fully satisfied with my work, but I am in a point in where I will acknowledge that my work is not bad. It may not be the best, but at least I'm confident and proud to say that it's not bad, it's decent. I have off days. Some sprites like this one is mediocre, but this one is good, so and I did them back to back, so who knows? So yeah, that's basically the thing. It's a long process, and sometimes the process it's not a linear process. So yeah, I think I can work on a little more. I was thinking of taking a VRV, but I will try to work on a little more. Let's get back to it. Let's work on this guy. Yeah, this purple is fine. I don't plan on use any purple for this sprite, so this is a small one, so working on this size is good enough for me. Perfect. New, and I want it to be completely black. Thank you. Perfect. Actually, let me look at references. I want to see references. Ooh, Caterpie is super small. Weedle is a little bit more stretched, but Caterpie is super, super, super small. I don't love this shape so far. No, it's looking like it's from below. I don't like that. I don't like that. This is probably maybe not the most flattering angle either. I'm not delete that. Delete. Go ahead, delete your comment. Do not. I'm at most decent. I'm decent enough, I guess. Oh, I'm seeing something very interesting in this one. Ooh, I'm excited to work on that. I think that could be cute. Okay, but anyone is better than an AI artist, literally. Because AI artists are no artists. Anyways. if I wasn't better than that, I would worry, okay? Ooh, that shape is giving. I'll refine later, but the shape is starting to give. I think it should be a little bit. No, I think that's fine. Don't overcomplicate. No, don't do that. No. Keep working. Good legs. Ew, disgusting. How did I approve of that? No, refine that shape. Ugh. Better. Not good, but better. I can work on that later. It's fine. I think that's a little bit too high. I can move it later. It's fine. No, actually, that looks kind of cute. No, that looks too fat. That looks kind of cute. That looks kind of correct. It looks appropriate. I like it. Similar area, please. I think this needs a little bit more of area, basically. We have to work with so much negative space here that it's honestly making me excited because I don't work in these conditions ever. So having to figure it out is kind of a nice puzzle for my brain, you know? This is not in a correct place. I can see it with the silhouette, so I'm gonna move it towards this position, and that makes this not cute. So here. Something is wrong here. I don't know exactly how to fix it. Well, that's some sort of a fix, even if temporary. So yeah, let's go with this. This line is atrocious. Yeah, that's good enough, I think. Huh? What did I do? Okay, I think it's starting to resemble the shape. This is a little bit too big, I think. So I'm gonna reduce a couple of pixels all around. Yeah, I think that's good enough to start. Ouch, I was stretching. It hurts, okay? It hurts. Stretching hurts. I don't want to. Why does it hurt? I don't like it. It's not a good pain. It's never a good pain. Oh. A good pain is one of those pains, like when people say, oh, I'm going to the gym, it's a good pain, you know, that's a good pain, I guess. And when you are tired because you did a long day outside doing things with people, disgusting, and you had so much fun but that you forgot that it hurts, that's a good pain. But this is a bad pain. This is a pain that came for literally no reason. It has no reason to exist. Probably I will need some sort of cream shade. So I'm trying to look for a creamy shade, but I don't know if I'm gonna be lucky enough to find it. I have one. Actually, I have two. I'm gonna take this one. I think this one is gonna fit better. 247, 222, 107. I think that's a cute shade to start working. Oh, what's that? A fluff started flying in front of me. No! Oh, freak. I did that in an incorrect. Yes, both. Both are appropriate. I don't like being outside, okay? I don't like being outside at all. It feels weird. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for a dark gray. I think a dark gray could give me the exact shading I need. Oh. But which gray could be good. And I'm thinking this is probably the best I can get. This is too blue toned, honestly. Ooh, you are quite good actually. Let me try you. I don't know. It's a little bit muddy in the undertone, so we may not vibe with it too much, but let's try it and we can change it later for something more relatable. Maybe that's a bad point to place it. That's a better place to place that. Let's try to add the shine to the antenna and to the bat. I think it's not fully working, but we can work on that later. That's fine. Why is this dot? Oh, yeah. I was like, why is this dot freaking black instead of yellow? Because of that. that seems to work for me. The face, I'm not sure of it. The face is not fully working for me. But I can go back and fix it later. I can fix it later though. It's fine. Being an artist is gaslighting yourself into thinking that something looks good, okay? I have to tell you, you have to gaslight yourself into, yeah, this is not that bad, when internally you're like, how do I delete myself from existing? Yeah, I think the issue right now is mainly the face. I think my issue right now is the face. Can I solve it with another gray? Because I think the undertones are clashing here. So I may try with this one, which is a neutral gray. And it's approved. Don't worry, it's approved. Oh yes, this is looking much better. Oh! Would you look at that? I'm old me. Before undergoing all those transformations. think this is okay. Do I love it? No. I think it works. Yes. No, I'm not young. Old as in previous, not as in young. That's giving roundness. I don't dislike that actually. Yeah, I think I like that fuzziness. That's probably the best it can get in that rear department. The eyes are the bane of my existence. This move works best. This works better. I think this is fine. I think this is the best I can get of this one. I think Larvarp is fine. What is this pixel? Why are you there? Why are you there? Also, I like this shape better, so... Good riddance, I guess. Let me put the background color more intensely because it's very unreadable right now. Can you see the difference now? I think you can. And it's basically in this layer, so I delete both at the same time. I'm being smart with my layers. Wow, this is me being smart. Unheard of. Let's make the shiny. Oh, back to normal. So for this I need to get this, and the differences are that the wool is more purple toned and the face is more green toned. So I don't really have to change too much for this. I will have to find the correct colors though, because the main differences that this shiny has is in the patterns, the colors of the splotches. The base ones, the normal ones, work more on a RGB, and the shiny ones start weird in the secondary colors but start to develop into being CYM in the end phase. So yeah, that's what's going on here. Let me look for a very light wash of a blue or purple. Shiny Vaporeon is interesting. Though I think it's gonna be Shiny Dratini. I think it's gonna be Shiny Dratini right now. Oh my gosh, my neck is not happy with me. Should I stop? Probably. Will I stop? No. Yeah, I think it's appropriate. No, 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 no. So let me look for another medium dark shade that I could use. Mischievous, I don't think it's gonna work for me. Remoraid could work for me actually. Remoraid could be working. Well, let me try it. I think it's a little bit too warm toned. The undertones are not undertoning, but we're gonna try it anyways. Because the undertones are very literally odd. This is giving me an idea. Guys, thoughts? Thoughts? I think it works. I think it works. I think it's giving what needs to be given here. It's something that works. Though I'm considering a little bit of a change. Let me try this because I think this shape is incorrect. Yeah, this shape is way more correct. And I just saw that at the end of the process because let's not talk about it. Sometimes I'm just obnoxiously blind. Time to export. No, I need this. Great. Now we have the choice of making the other two or not. We have been for 3 hours. I could go for one more. Do we try to do Chris Pool and then leave Mock Style for another day? I think that could be a choice. Let's work on it. I'm starting to be a little tired, but we have still a little bit more of juice on us. Like, I have energy to do this. Kind of. Somehow. But I don't have the energy to after that one do this one. That one has a little bit more of intricacy. Also, I'm seeing a thing in the animation and I'm cringing at myself. I'm not gonna tell you. Can you see it? Okay, I'm looking at my eye and my eye is not red anymore. My eye is not red anymore. My nose is red as fuck though, due to the glass incident. But my eye, the eyeball is white, basically. am I so glad you cannot see me? Because... oh my god, my freaking dark circles. My dark circles are scary. I look like a panda. We assessed that my eyes are okay. While I was giving you time, by the way, the solution is the spool doesn't bend correctly. So I feel it's ugly. I'm a little bit on the fence. I don't know if I even should continue because I'm starting to get tired. But I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna do one more. We can do one more. It's fine. That's a spool! A cocoon! In a spool! A spool as a cocoon! That's thread! That's silk! That's my baby! Let's have this as a reference on the side. Because I want this to be slightly bigger than that, but not by much. Yeah, this is a good size. Let's work on the circles. Let's try with a 3x3. Maybe it doesn't work perfectly. Yeah, it doesn't fully work perfectly, but I like it. So what can we do when something works but it doesn't fully work? We cheat! By the way, this is actually not cheating, we are using perspective. That's perspective, baby! That's actually very good. So far, not disliking it. Let's get a white. No. Yes. And do that. Oh my god, my nose. The bridge of my nose. I'm gonna need a band-aid. Because it's very, very bad. It's just that I don't know if I love the white there, but I don't have any choices. I'm not sure, you know, that this is working for me. I think it will look better with the correct palette, which I'm gonna work on that. I think I want a cream again. A brown. So maybe this palette is just literally perfect. I think it's this shade. Let me check. Yeah, I'm reusing the same shade as I was using earlier. But I don't love the brown that it provides. Because it's too warm. Do you see what I mean? It's too warm, it's too red. I want something a little bit more neutral. So let me look for it actually. I'm sure finding a brown shouldn't be a problem in this generation, in which everything was brown. And I think I have my winner. I mean, I wanted warm toned, but not so warm toned. So I'm getting something with a little bit less red, a little bit more green. So that makes it more yellowy, and more blue, which makes it less yellowy and more desaturated. I think this is the shade I'm looking for. See what I mean? I think it's giving a little bit more this vibe. That works. That actually is working. I think that's too big for the eye. And I want it in white to give it that starkness, you know? I'm gonna have to refine this circle, this big circle around, and that's gonna take a little while, so let's start working on it right now, because I'm gonna cry if I don't see this circle a little bit refined. I'm very emotional, okay? And the circle is circling! Yay! But I think this is a little bit too much. I want this to be slightly thinner. Well, something like this. Don't worry about the bumps. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, I'm not having a panic about that. Okay, let's start drawing some shapes around. We don't need to fully close them, by the way. We only need to suggest them. because to close them we are gonna use something else. And like that, but we're gonna work it out, don't worry about it. I'm the one worrying about it, okay? That's fine. Yep. Did I have this plan from the beginning? No. Did I just came up with it? Yes. Is it working? You tell me. I have no ability to assess. That's a good one, I think. One more pixel here. To give it a bit more depth, a bit more thickness, even. Barely work with these lines, but I'm gonna try to adjust and incorporate them. Yeah, I think this is good enough. Taking into account the color limitation, I think it's exactly what it needs to be. I like it. Yeah, I cannot see. And yeah, after this I would say take a break, but no, I'm going to end stream. I'll leave the final evolution of this line available for me to do something if I need to. I don't really know. That's something that I will decide in the future. I'm not very pleased with the fact that I have to basically come to this line so early. I wanted to leave something else for me to do later on, but sometimes plans don't work. This is the shiny, so I want something very pale gray, so I think I'm gonna even take this one. I think I'm gonna take this one and try it and see if it works, and I think it works, so... No, I want similar colors, thank you. It works, but now I need some sort of darker blue, but in the saturated shade of it to fully sell the fantasy. It doesn't have, like, it has to be subtle enough, Suicune Shiny might be on it, but I'm not fully convinced that's a good shade, because I need it to be medium enough, If it's not medium, it has a problem. It doesn't really work the same way. I'm gonna try Waffle Fett. Which is probably a little bit too teal. No, I think it is. I think it slaps. I think it is. I'm gonna look for another variation that's a little bit less teal and more of a true blue. Too light. I'm looking at Dunsparce. Dunsparce is too light. Quillfish is too dark. Heracross is too dark. Magcargo could be cute here. Magcargo could be our solution here. $117? $123. No, too purple. I want it to be blue, not purple. And I may have found a very good candidate here. So let me try this palette. 41, 115, 189. Maybe it's a little bit too blue, actually. I think this teal is providing the saturation I need. So Wobbuffet might be the ticket. Wobbuffet may be the solution, actually. What is going on? Yeah, I think this is it. I think this is it. I think it's cute. I think it works. I think we're gonna save. And we're gonna leave it. We did 4 sprites today, which is unheard of. No! Fuck. I have a problem here. Now I have 2 projects with the same name. I hope I haven't fucked things up, because I may have. I'm stressed right now. Stress is bad for your neck. Did you know that? Now you know. What do you mean slightly phobia inducing? What do you mean? It's cute. It is! Don't you think it's kinda cute? To be a bag, I mean. Let's look at them in the same size. Because that's something that I noticed last time. Yeah, size progression is correct, which is something I was worried about. Size progression is correct. Oh, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Oh! Oh! Oh, I may have saved myself by being stupid. I saved myself by being stupid and typoing it. Like I was like, why didn't it? It's because I typoed it. Yes. Okay, we're gonna export things again, don't worry about it. It's this. Yeah, don't worry about it. I did a typo and I didn't notice the typo until too late. And when I noticed, I knew exactly why it didn't give me any errors, which it should have given me. but it didn't, and I was like, that doesn't make sense, what's going on? And I was looking at archives. Dude, it was bad, trust me, bad. But I think we have done things. Also, if you remember from last week, I'm gonna open 2 other projects. I have done changes in Possible and in Myrtle because previous iterations made it look... Actually, I have it here. Do you see the difference? This is the previous one, and this is the one that I decided to keep afterwards. The opposite issue here. This is what I had, and I made it bigger. Why did I do that? Because even if these two work, when you put them side by side, which I'm gonna do right now, in the same size, let me do in the same size. No, it's this hand. They look identical. Yeah, the small is smaller and the big is bigger. This is what I did on stream last week, and you can see that the big doesn't look as big and as intimidating. What I did was, I made the small smaller within the parameters of 40 by 40, because I thought it was gonna look better, and the big, I made it the full 56 by 56. I decided to not make it the 48 by 48 for medium Pokemon and treat it as a big Pokemon. And I think it looks better. I think it gives me more detail to work with here and here. I think it works. So for this one, I made it smaller and I think it's cuter. I don't know. It is how it is. Those are the things that I wanted to comment on because I changed things since the YouTube upload and this stream, so that's it. I don't really think I have not really. On Blue Sky, I don't have much else. I posted on Blue Sky, basically. Yeah, I'm closing my references because I don't think I'm gonna be working on any other sprite today. We have worked on this 4 today. And although they are on the smaller side, especially these 3, this is a medium size. I think it's work, okay? And I'm not having the best body day to continue and make a big one. So yeah. Again, I post my art on Blue Sky and on my Discord server. Basically, if I remember to post it on my Discord server, honestly. I don't have any kind of Instagram or anything like that to post my pixel art. I'm considering which options do I have, but all the options that I have, that I know of, they don't make sense to me. Like, I don't want to make an Instagram because of their stance on generating things, and because I don't want to do it on my phone. Basically, I don't want to put my phone. I don't want to. It's not something I like to. I want to upload shit from my computer. Please let me upload shit from my computer. And Instagram is dead, and they only like reels now, apparently. DeviantArt, dead. I don't want to post anything on DeviantArt. What else do I have available? Kara, I haven't heard about Kara. Reddit, I don't have a Reddit, and Reddit scares me. Reddit scares me to no end. Reddit is something I lurk on to get advice. Like, this is not working, what do I do? And a Reddit post has the solution. Like, this game doesn't open properly, this computer error, this... And Reddit has my back, but I don't actually post on Reddit anything myself. I'm a leech of Reddit. Same issue with Tumblr. I don't think Tumblr is a good fit for me personally. The community in Tumblr is super tight-knit, and I don't think I fit into that personally, so I don't know a good place to do that. The only thing that I can think of is eventually making my own portfolio, but that would mean purchasing a domain and shit like that, and that's something that I will consider in the future personally. So yeah, that's you actually hit a big thing that I'm working behind the scenes, honestly. So I don't really have anything else to say for today. I will see who can I rate today. Let me hide these references. I don't need them anymore today. And we're gonna be rating someone. There are a couple of people that I could raid. And thank you, you too. Although I think you're gonna go to sleep quite soon, if I'm not mistaken. But it's Friday, so maybe you're gonna get a little wild. I don't know. Oh, I have two people that I could raid. One of them has been going for 4 hours, so I'm considering not raiding him. It's a him, because he has been for so long, and I don't think I should. But I don't want to put pressure on him, you know? The other person has been for 2 hours.